So here we are back at the list for the last part of Battle of the Nations 2015 for the 1 vs 1 male duel category. And I have already seen Sergei Ukolov, the undefeated Russian dominator, near the side of the list. So he's already here and ready to go.
First fight, Russia 1 versus Poland 3. Fighters, please come to the list. Russia 1, Poland 3, please come to the list.
And there comes Sergei
Next
Ukolov.
fight, Poland 1 versus Russia 3. And then UK 1 versus Russia 2. Fighters, please prepare.
Sergei Ukolov, the Russian dominator. And here we are in the 1 vs 1 competition. The male final fights. Here we go. Sergei Ukolov for Russia in white, Wiesław Kurik for Poland in red. The first competition, longsword. And we are ready to go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy. Wiesław Kurik recently won the longsword competition at the IMCF World Championships in Marburg in his home country. And now he's here and will try to do his best to defeat the incredible Sergei Ukolov. Look at those shots. Look at the speed and technique. Good shots from Kurik. Absolutely amazing. Both fighters landing good shots. Look at the speed from Wiesław Kurik.
Polska, 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 Rosja, Rosja, Polska, 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 Rosja.
And just look at that. And great defense from Kurik. It's unsurprising that he is an absolute master of the long sword. Good shots there from both fighters. I think Ukolov landed one more there. Did that count as a hit? It was just a deflected shot, a ricochet. And there's the stoppage in round number 1. Wiesław Kurik waiting for his opponent for the second competition, the sword and buckler competition. And listen to the fans chanting, Rosja, Rosja, Polska, Polska. The speed from Ukolov. But Kurik seems to be posing a viable threat. Look at these two fighters. Brilliant technique, the amazing speed. And I think that first round in the sword and buckler went to Kurik. And with round number 2, sword and buckler. Look at these two men taunting each other, waiting for the other to make the first move. Nobody wants to give an opening to his opponent here. Ukolov in white, Kurik in red. Good block from Kurik there. Good shot. Oh, this is just so close.
Ano, tak teď teprve je
And I think that third point in the sword and buckler competition. There's some confusion apparently. And here we go again. Sword and buckler, round number 3. First point to Kurik, second point to Ukolov. This is just so close. Good shots from Kurik there to the head of Ukolov. And I think that one went to Ukolov now.
Ano, tak teď už můžu říct s konečnou platností, že druhé kolo je u konce. Tak a jdeme do finále tohoto souboje.
And here we go. Look at the different styles, look at the different postures there. Ukolov with a very Ukolov with the Eastern European defense that he's perfected. And look at him dominating Kurik there. Good defense from Kurik. Good shots. This is just so exciting. The technique, the speed, the strength. These are the sport's best. Good attempt from Kurik there, but Ukolov is just one step ahead.
Vidíte, že borci se snaží útočit hlavně na nohy, které je nejtěžší krýt.
The speed of Kurik is amazing, but Ukolov seems to know exactly what he's doing. He seems to know exactly what Kurik is planning, and he's always one step ahead. Good shots there to the head of Kurik, and I think one of them landed. And that's the end. And a good fight from these two men.
With the result, With the result, 3-0 wins Russia.
And Sergei Ukolov remains unbeaten.
And Sergei goes to the group.
Poland 1 versus Russia 3. Fighters,
Next up on the list we
the
have
list.
Poland 1, that is Robert Shatetsky.
UK
And he'll go up
versus
against
Russia
Russia's
2
Yevgeny
will be the next
Lapik.
fight. Fighters, please prepare.
Lapik, last year's bronze medalist in Trogir in Battle of the Nations 2014. He was in the semi-finals against his fellow Russian Alexei Petrik. And after hitting Petrik in the foot, he was disqualified, and that meant Petrik went on to the finals but could not fight there, and thus Sergei Ukolov became the world champion without a fight. Round number 1, the longsword competition. And we are underway. Lapik in red and black. And look at Lapik going off. Absolutely incredible. Good start from Yevgeny Lapik in red and black, and his opponent in black and silver. Just look at Lapik teeing off, and Shatetsky is down. A dominating round from Lapik early in this fight. Now Lapik waiting for his Polish opponent to make the first move. Shatetsky just one tad too slow with every move. And look at the quickness of Lapik's reactions to every of Shatetsky's movements. Even when it's just a feint, Lapik is always quick to react. And whenever Shatetsky misses, that means an opening goes up for Lapik. Look at that, good defense from both fighters. Lapik scoring again. And there's no doubt who won this round when it ends now. And we are on for round number 2, sword and buckler. And that is usually the strength of Shatetsky. An expert with the buckler, as we've seen in previous Battle of the Nations. Look at him. Good shot to the arm of Lapik there. And that was a hit to the arm of Shatetsky. Shot to the leg of Robert Shatetsky. And that's the stoppage. And just the last move. Look at the length in the leap of Yevgeny Lapik. Checking back with his corner whether he won this first round, so he knows what he's got to do in round number 2. He can now sit back and counter. He's trying to be aggressive. I think that was a shot to the leg of Lapik. Good defense. And we're still going. And Lapik delivering. Hard round to score. I think Lapik had the upper hand. Now off comes the arm defense. Entire armor being taken off for the sword and shield round. And there in Lapik's corner, that is Russia's silver medalist in the women's 1 versus 1. That is Tatiana Guseva. And Sergei Ukolov is there with him as well. We've seen Ukolov in the corner of Tatiana Guseva before. And Shatetsky taking his place on his side of the list. And we are set for round number 3. Sword and shield. Very similar stance from both fighters. Shatetsky has the sword a little higher than his opponent. Good defense from Lapik and a good shot to the leg. The fight being respotted, and I think that was a scoring point for Lapik. The shot to the leg, but he took one as well. Shatetsky teeing off, but neither fighter really able to score significantly. Good defense from both men, and a good shot to the leg again from Lapik. And Shatetsky, an acknowledging nod towards his opponent for the good shot to the face. And just look at the speed in Lapik's defense, how quickly he moves the shield. Good shots there from Lapik to the head of Sotetsky. Push with the shield. And that's the stoppage. And that's the end of it. Not looking good for Robert Sotetsky. Friendly handshake with his opponent, Yevgeny Lapik.
With the result,
And the winner is Yevgeny Lapik.
Victory for Russia. Next fight, UK 1 versus Russia 2. Fighters, please come to the list.
And in the next
UK
fight, we will
1
see
versus Russia 2.
Lukas
Fighters,
Kowal
please
from
come
the
to
United
list.
Kingdom take on Alexei Petrik from Russia. Fighters are already set and ready. Petrik not wearing a surcoat, the man with a grill visored helmet. And his opponent Lukas Kowal from the United Kingdom, a man of Polish descent. He is sporting the Battle Heritage crest on the front of his surcoat. And listen to the crowd chanting Lukas, Lukas. Lukas Kowal, certainly one of the crowd favorites. He took a shot there to the hand. Now Petrik scoring, look at that. And the marshal running for his life. Look at Petrik teeing off at Lukas Kowal. Never let the Russians get in motion. Shot to the head there. Petrik, certainly one of the best fighters Russia has ever produced. He comes little short of Ukolov. Good shot there. Look at Petrik teeing off at Kowal, and he knows exactly how many shots he's landed here. And that's the stoppage. Round number 1 is over. We're heading into sword and buckler. And Lukas Kowal knows exactly that he's lost this first round. And he's having his right hand checked. I think he took a shot to the hand. Seems to be alright though.
Who have here more fans? Is it Russia?
Now for the last hours of Battle of the Nations 2015, the sun has come out. It's a beautiful early summer day. Alexei Petrik and Lukas Kowal set for round number 2, the sword and buckler competition. Alexei Petrik, the man in the red brigandine. Lukas Kowal with the very, very low stance. Good defense. And that's the stoppage, and Kowal knows exactly that he's taken this one. And Patrick scoring again, I think. And on we go again. Ah, hard shots there. And that is a very clear round victory for Alexej Petrik. Here we go, round number 3, sword and shield. And look at Kowal's stance. He is one of those fighters with a very unorthodox stance. He hasn't got either foot in the lead. A very low stance. And he's very quick from that. Ah, good shot to the leg by Petrik there. Ah, good shot to the head by Petrik. And the audience acknowledge it. Petrik very controlled, very dominant in this fight. He never let it slip away from the early moments when he took the lead in the longsword round with a very aggressive start. And there's the stoppage, and that's the end. And we see a very confident Alexej Petrik. A gesture of respect towards each other between the two fighters. And now the marshal will announce the official result. And the winner, Alexej Petrik.
Victory for Russia.
So the fighter from the UK, as far as I understand, this is the 4th place, right?
We will find out which place yet. I think we're still gonna fight for 4th, 5th and 6th titles, so yeah.
Anyway, congratulations, it was a great fight. How many categories are you doing here at Battle of the Nations this year?
Pretty much all of them. So 1v1, 5 versus 5 and 21 versus 21, so all possible. Yeah.
Speaking about the fight right now, 1v1, what was difficult? You were fighting over the silver champion last year at Battle of the Nations. What challenges did you have to face?
I mean, Mr. Petrik is very well conditioned, Sam is very fast. So I think speed and maybe me competing in all the other categories contributed to this. But yeah, definitely I will aim for next year to challenge him again. Yeah.
Which category do you personally like most of all? 1v1, 5v5 or maybe 21 versus 21?
To be honest, they're so different that I enjoy every single one of them because they're so different. You might look at it and think it's two guys bashing each other with the sword, but they're so different. Yeah, really. Yeah.
But which is the most challenging?
1 versus 1. 1 versus 1, definitely.
Why?
I mean, you really need lots of training behind it to last, let's say, 3 rounds in a scorching sun, where if you're in 5 versus 5 or 21, you still can hide with it a little bit. Or fights are shorter and you receive less blows, pretty much, than in single combat.
What are your plans for the future?
Be number 1. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Are you going to come here next year? And if yes, which location would you like to have for the next Battle of the Nation and why?
Definitely I will come for the next one. And I think Germany would be quite a nice location because they didn't host it yet. And it's quite central for everybody, so everyone can make it.
Thank you very much. We wish you good luck. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
First fight, Poland 3 versus Poland 1.
Shot to the arm, but I think both fighters scored there. defense that Shatetsky is showing, and now they're teeing off against each other. Shot to the arm. Good shots there. They're exchanging there. Good shots to the head from Kurik. And I think he scored a couple of times there. Nice one from Kurik.
Ano, diváci oceňují přesné údery. Připomínám, že první a třetí kolo je na 1,5 minuty. Ve druhém kole rozhodují 3 přesné zásahy. Připomínám, že první a třetí kolo je na 1,5 minuty. Ve druhém kole rozhodují 3 přesné zásahy.
And this is it, round number 1.
Právě skončilo.
Quick sign of respect there from both fighters to each other.
Bojovníci jsou připraveni a maršálové zahajují druhé
And here we
kolo.
go, round number 2, sword and buckler. Good shot to the leg there. Both fighters scoring. Shatetsky stumbling. He seems not to be happy with the underground there. And I think that first round's gone to Shatetsky, according to the signal from the marshal there. Here we are, round number 2. Shatetsky in black, Kurik in red. And that's the stoppage already. Neither fighter caring too much about defense. Both trying to connect and score. Fighters are ready to go again. And a few good shots there. And that's the end of sword and buckler.
Skončilo i kolo druhé. A ve třetím kole už se oba borci mohou bránit.
And there we go. Round number 3, sword and shield. Look at the speed of these two fighters. Shatetsky connects there. And apparently we're having some troubles with the stream now. Kurik scoring big time there. Good dodge there. Shatetsky connecting a few times there. look at the difference in posture. Sadetsky, one of the fighters with a very, very good defense in the Eastern European style. That means making a roof over the head with sword and shield. And there we are at the end of round number 3. Now let's see who won this fight.
With the result 3-0, Poland 3 wins.
And Wiesław Kurik defeats Robert Sadetsky 3-0.
Vítěze máme. A na kolbiště už přichází válečník z Británie, už doprovází polský soupeř.
And here we go with the second fight in the group stage for fourth to sixth. Lukasz Kowal in red versus Robert Sadetsky in blue. UK versus Poland.
UK 1.
Longsword competition is open, and here we go. Sadetsky just lost to his compatriot Wiesław Kurik.
Že už nám začalo první kolo mezi Britem a Polákem.
And look at the footwork of Lukasz Kowal. He switches his stance every now and then. Orthodox, southpaw, back to orthodox. Doesn't seem to have a preferred stance. He's just dangerous from every angle. And that's taken him to this best 6 group. And now they're teeing off on each other. I think both fighters scored there. Ah! And a dangerous shot there. Sword got caught under the visor, and the visor popped almost open. Kowal almost slipping there. And that gives his opponent a chance for a few strikes. Teeing off on each other. Sadetsky landing a few good counter strikes, but Kowal very, very aggressive. Good shots now to the head of Kowal. There he lands 2 more. Good shot there from Kowal. And that's the end. Round number 1 in the books. Round number 2 underway. Kowal in red, Sadetsky in black. And here we go, sword and buckler. Very cautious start from both fighters. Neither want to get caught. Good defense there, and Sadetsky scoring twice to the leg. Needs a third one to win this first bout. And he's got the score. Round number 2 in the sword and buckler. Again, take a look at the stance of Lukasz Kowal. His feet's parallel. Sadetsky scoring big time there. And here we go again. And look at that leap from Sadetsky. And one more round, sword and buckler. Call now the sword foot, the leading foot, the right foot. Ah, Shatetsky teeing off at the legs. Hard to call that one. He's set for round number 3, sword and shield. Shatetsky's last fight at Battle of the Nations 2015. His opponent Lukas Kowal will have to go up against Wiesław Kurik in the last fight in this group. Shatetsky ready, Kowal ready. Rule Britannia. That's the shout here in the stadium. And on we go, round number 3. And Kowal now. Good display here. Good defense there from Lukas Kowal. Scoring a few times there, but so is Shatetsky. Shatetsky's got a little bit longer arms than his opponent, and he's making full use of that. He's making use of the reach advantage. Good defense from Shatetsky there, blocking a hard shot, and that's the stoppage. And that's the end to this fight. And it seems they have to go another round.
Fight continues.
Oh, this is not good for Lukas Kowal. He will have to go again against Wiesław Kurik, and he'll surely be tired after going yet another minute. This is certainly not in the favor of the Briton. And here we go, the overtime round. Kowal versus Shatetsky. Sword and shield, we continue. Kowal in red, Shatetsky in black. Slow and cautious start from both fighters. Kowal scoring there. And the winner, Lukas Kowal.
Bojovník z Velké Británie.
Kowal defeats Shatetsky in a very, very hard-fought battle.
With the result 2-1, Poland wins.
And now not Poland that has won, if you heard that on the live stream just now. It was the United Kingdom.
Sorry, with the result 2-1, UK wins.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Matthias Kainz, I'm from Austria, and I'm the commentator for the online live stream of Battle of the Nations.
So that's the voice that they hear for the commentating, yeah? How difficult is it to work here? Or maybe it's really, really easy and enjoyable?
I think working here at Battle of the Nations 2015 is certainly a challenge because it's so different from anything I've ever known before. I'm working right from the crowd. It's amazing to have this atmosphere so close around me and to have fans shouting, chanting right around me. This is really, really enjoyable. But it's also a challenge because I have to face the weather. I have to face whatever the crowd throws at me, basically. So it's a very enjoyable challenge.
How many years have you been in this kind of sport, commenting?
Commenting, I started commentating Battle of the Nations 2014 at Trogir. That was my first appearance here, and this is my second time as a commentator at Battle of the Nations, and my first appearance at Battle of the Nations at all was in 2012.
Do you have to have some special knowledge? Maybe you have to be a real professional in the rules and regulations. What do you need to become a really good commentator?
I think to become a really good commentator, which I hope I'm becoming, what's really important is to know the sport. I've been doing the sport myself for quite a while, and I have a profound knowledge of the rules and regulations, but I think the most important thing is that you're able to capture the emotion that's down here, to capture the action that is going on the list and the emotion on the stands. That's the most important thing. That's what the fans want to have delivered.
Is it difficult to stay neutral when, for example, the team of Austria comes to the lists?
Yes, of course it's difficult. I'm sometimes slightly biased when I'm rooting for Austria, and some other nations I favor over others, but I try to be as neutral as possible because I know that's what the fans expect from me.
And the last question, we always ask about the location, the preference of the location for the next year Battle of the Nations. Where and why?
I'd love to have it in Austria because I think Austria has a lot of amazing castles, but I also like to go to some southern countries like, for example, Italy or the south of France again, because I think these are amazing locations. But wherever Battle of the Nations next year is, I think it's going to be awesome.
Thank you very much. Have a good work. Thank you.
Back up from the list, back from my interview, and right on time back up here in the stands for the third fight in the group from 4th to 6th between Lukas Kowal and Wiesław Kurik. Kowal in red and blue, Kurik in bright red with the white eagle of Poland. But in the first round, Kurik versus Kowal, the longsword competition is on, and here we go. Good shot to the head by Kurik there. And look at the speed of Wiesław Kurik. Good shots from Kowal as well. This is so close. Kowal just won over Shatetsky in a fight that went to extra time, so he might be a little bit tired. And that might come into effect in the later rounds of this match. Such a close fight. These two fighters, absolute excellence. Look at the speed of these two men. Good shot to the arm. Kurik seems to have the upper hand now, and that's the end of round number 1.
Ano, tak první kolo je za námi.
The fighters are getting ready for round number 2, sword and buckler. Quickly to recap the regulations if you've just tuned in the tournament category, the duel category, 3 different weapon styles are being tested. The longsword, sword and buckler, and sword and shield. And when in the longsword and sword and shield category, it's about scoring points in a time frame. Sword and buckler, it's about winning 2 of 3 rounds. And you win a round by scoring 3 points. Each clear hit being 1 point. And that's a quick stoppage there. And Kowal is dangerous in the sword and buckler. Here we go. And I think that went to Kurik. And the third round in the sword and buckler bout. Kowal taking his time. It looks to me as if he was a little tired by now. No surprise. Ah, but good shots from Kowal there. And I think that's the end. Kowal still very aggressive. I'm impressed by his endurance. And I can hear the crowd chanting from the stands. The fighters are getting ready for round number 3, sword and shield.
A před námi je závěrečné 3. kolo, v nichž válečníci vyměnili malé štíty za ty velké erbovní. A opět tu máme 90-vteřinový limit.
Kowal versus Kurik. Round number 3, sword and shield. Good block from Kowal there. Look at the defense of Kurik. I meant to say this before. Look at how differently Kowal and Kurik are fighting. Kowal without a distinct stance, switching feet, and Kurik with his shield very low, and he drops his weapon there. And that doesn't do him any good. That's points to Kowal. What I meant to say, look at the defense. Look how high Kowal raises his shield. And look where Kurik has his shield. He defends himself mainly with his sword. Good shot to the head there. Connecting twice. And Lucas Kowal is a dangerous opponent. The winner of this fight will take the 4th place in the division. The loser will take 5th. Robert Shatetsky, after losing both his fights, is already determined as the 6th. And that's the end.
záleží na maršálech, kteří rozhodnou, kdo z této bitvy zajde vítězně.
Lukas Kovar
Result,
versus
2-1.
Wisław Kurik, and the winner is Wisław Kurik! Fourth place at Battle of the Nations, and thus best non-Russian fighter.
Next fight, Russia 1 versus Russia 2. Fighters, please come to the list. Russia 1 versus Russia 2.
Sergey Ukolov entering the list. And here comes his opponent, Alexei Petrik. And we finally get the fight that we've been waiting for an entire year. Alexei Petrik was scheduled to go up against Sergey Ukolov in the finals in 2014 in Trogir, but after suffering an injury in the semi-finals against Yevgeny Lapik, he was unable to compete, and Sergey Ukolov won the title without even fighting in the finals.
First round.
And now you'll be able to witness two of the world's best fighters go up against each other. Sergey Ukolov in white, Alexei Petrik in red. And here we go, the longsword competition.
Come on, Malazzi.
And a very cautious start. Look at the speed and strength of these two men going up against each other there. Look at that, hammering away. Both men scoring points there. And clinch. Absolutely amazing.
Panečku, to byl ale Kalašnikov.
And apparently some... And I think Petrik's sword has taken some damage there. And here we go again. Round number one still on. Just look at these two slashing away at each other, but look at Ukolov scoring to the head of Petrik. Now, Petrik scoring a few shots, and that's the end. And there's a part of Ukolov's armor has come off. Petrik not happy with the condition of his sword. I think it's bending. And how difficult is this fight to score with the speed of these two men slashing away at each other?
Podle všeho se zdá, že borci na obou stranách mají stejný počet zásahů, takže boj bude pokračovat, ale ještě tam probíhá úprava na výzbroj jednoho z ruských bojovníků.
And the trouble with Ukolov's armor still not fixed. His elbow protection has come off. And we can continue now. The longsword competition still not over. The first fight in the gold group. And we're still going, and look at these two. Absolutely amazing. Petrik scoring big time against Dukolov there. And that's the end of round number 1. Galina Kavako taking the weapon and the gloves, the gauntlets from Alexei Petrik. Round number 2, Sergei Ukolov versus Alexei Petrik. Sword and buckler is on. Petrik coming off an impressive first round that was really close. He might have even won it. Now let's see how it does with sword and buckler. Look at the difference in posture. Ukolov assessing the range.
No one doesn't want to make a mistake.
Very cautious start. And now Ukolov scoring. But Petrik scoring as well.
Tak opět utrpěla výzbroj a výstroj, tentokrát druhého ruského válečníka.
And now some damage to Petrik's armor that will need repair. And this time it's the kneecap that's come off. And Galina Kavako working on it. She has to leave the list. Apparently it's nothing that can be fixed right there. And that only prolongs this breathtaking fight. Sergei Ukolov impatiently waiting by the side of the list for Petrik to be finished. And there we go again.
Ano, ale už je všechno v pořádku a můžeme jít znovu na věc.
No, not finished yet.
Tak oprava se úplně nezdařila. Teďka je v boxu mechaniků opravdu rušno.
And there we can see Vyacheslav Kurik helping the Russian fighter, who's getting his leg protection now tied to the leg. More of an emergency repair than anything else, so he won't have to forfeit the fight. Suboptimal for Alexei Petrik. He'll have to get used to that. That surely feels different than what he's used to. And that when you have to go up against the world's best. Good start there. Ukolov lunging in, and he knows. Ukolov aiming for the knee, aiming to remove the emergency fixation of the knee protection. And he was successful in doing so.
Možná by to při té opravě chtělo mužskou ruku.
How frustrating must this be for Alexei Petrik to know that he's going up against the world's best, against Sergei Ukolov, and he's doing well. He's done so well in the first round in the longsword competition. How mentally challenging is it to know that the well-being of your fight here depends on a few straps of leather on your left knee.
A jestli se nepletu, tak tou slečnou, která opravovala zbroj ruského válečníka, je šampionka mezi ženami.
Next attempt for Alexei Petrik.
S mečem to umí, ale
Ukolov versus Petrik. Round 2 still on the sword and buckler competition. And I'm wondering whether Ukolov will attempt to lash for the left knee of Alexei Petrik again. Oh, he's focusing on the opposite side now. And I think Petrik scored there.
Ano, a je tu konec. Tak uvidíme, kdo si připsal ty 3 potřebné údery k vítězství ve druhém kole. Ale už tu máme třetí a závěrečné kolo, kdy v rukou bojovníků se objeví místo toho malého štítu velký. A meč samozřejmě zůstává. A znovu se nám vrací ten 90-vteřinový limit. A opět je v akci naše šampionka.
Sergei Ukolov waiting for Alexei Petrik to be ready for the third round, sword and shield.
Spasiba, Galina.
And here we go, round number 3, Ukolov versus Petrik. Petrik in red, Ukolov in white. Easy to distinguish those two men. And look at how defensive Ukolov is. Waiting for Petrik to make the move and then trying to counter.
Borci se zatím velice dobře kryjí před údery svého soupeře. A jestli si můžete všimnout, tak
Just look at Ukolov's speed. He's so self-confident. He doesn't wear any protection on the left arm, neither does Petrik. And just look at the speed of those two slashing away. Good block.
Těch úderů jsme zatím moc nedokázali napočítat, protože končí na štítech.
Petrik scoring again.
Teď se podařilo borci v červeném.
He is giving Sergei Ukolov a hard time here.
Přichází po úderu na hlavu.
Good reversal there from Ukolov. Both men scoring in that exchange. Trading blows here. Good defense from Petrik. And the stop. And that's the end of the round.
Ano, tak je tu konec. Zatleskejme pořádně oběma protagonistům.
And the Martians have a decision apparently.
Teď nám maršálové spočítají body a určí vítěze tohoto souboje. A znovu opakuji, že jisté je pouze jedno. Zvítězí ruský bojovník.
And now we head to the marshals for a decision.
With the result 2-1.
And the winner,
Russia
Sergei
won.
Ukolov. Close fight, but the winner is Sergei Ukolov.
Russia 2 and Russia 3, please prepare in 5 minutes. Russia 2 and Russia 3, please prepare in 5 minutes.
Please welcome fighters from Russia.
There we are again with Yevgeny Lapik in red and black. And Alexei Petrik still tired from his fight against Sergei Ukolov, probably in the red armor.
Are you ready?
Lapik versus Petrik, the rematch from the 2014 Battle of the Nations in Trogir, the semi-finals. And just look at Lapik and Petrik slashing away. How on earth do you count that?
Vypadá to, že tohle bude výživné kolo.
And off they go again the minute they restart this fight. Look at that.
A opět do sebe dva Rusové řežou hlava nehlava. Tak tady nezávidím rozhodování maršálů.
And Petrik's leg protection has come off yet again.
Protože tam padli na úrodnou.
And you can see his frustration. Yevgeny Lapik impatiently waiting. In their 2014 fight at Battle of the Nations in Trogir, Lapik slashed at Petrik's foot in the longsword competition and broke several bones in there as far as I can remember. And Petrik was unable to continue. Lapik, as a consequence, stood down in the fight, forfeited the match, and gave the victory to Alexei Petrik as an excuse, which led to Petrik being in the finals.
Tak doufejme, že brzy už uvidíme boj, tak jak jsme tomu byli svědky před chvílí, kdy se na sebe oba válečníci vrhli.
And as a result of the injury, pardon me for the interruption, as a result of the injury, Petrik, who was in the final by then, was unable to compete against Sergei Ukolov, and thus the win went to Sergei Ukolov in 2014's Battle of the Nations. Here in 2015 we have a different format. The best 3 fighters of the tournament are going to this gold fight group and fight each other there. And look at Petrik and Lapik slashing away yet again.
A boj pokračuje přesně tak, jak skončil.
And how on earth do you count that?
Těžko říct, jak rozhodnou maršálové v prvním kole.
And it looks to me as if Petrik was really tired.
Každý sledoval něco jiného, každý je zaměřen na jinou část těla.
And Lapik aiming for the left knee, trying to remove the knee protection again, and he's done so.
Bitvě národů.
Atličný boj, spasiba malaci.
Oh, and Petrik is absolutely worn out. He's completely tired now. And all I can see is the heavy breathing of Alexei Petrik. He must be really worn out. 2 fights in a row, and then against two of the world's best fighters.
Ano, druhé kolo může začít, vše je připraveno.
A close loss to Sergey Ukolov. And now here he is against Yevgeny Lapik. And a sign to the marshals, and the knee protection is off yet again.
Těžko říct, kterého z bojovníků.
And I think Alexei Petrik has forfeited the fight.
No a vypadá to, že
Yes, he's given up.
končit tento souboj.
Alexei Petrik gives up and gives the win to Yevgeny Lapik as a result.
To byli ruští bojovníci.
What a disappointing end to a brilliant campaign from Alexei Petrik.
Russia 3 technical victory.
And Yevgeny Lapik can't really celebrate. And here we go with today's last fight. The last fight of Battle of the Nations 2015 here at Prague, here at Patrin Hill in the Czech Republic, under the sun. And this last fight of today is the fight for gold in the men's duel competition. Sergey Ukolov versus Yevgeny Lapik.
Ano. A můžeme jít na to. Máme tu poslední bitvu soutěž.
Sergey Ukolov in white, Yevgeny Lapik in red and black.
It's the last fight of
And here we go.
competition. Please support our brave boys. Ano, a už je to opět ta osekávaná. To je neskutečná kadence. Maršálové musí mít teď z těch počtů zavařenou hlavu.
This is just the absolute top of the sport. Look at these two hacking away at each other. Punch after punch, strike after strike. Trading blows there. And both men scoring points in that exchange.
Pojďme podpořit ruské bojovníky. Come on!
And look at those shots to the head, and Lapik is not happy. Look at Ukolov brilliantly keeping Lapik at distance, defending himself, and I see a lot of dents on the left-hand side helmet of the helmet.
Máme konec 90 vteřinového limitu. Borci s těžkou
Ukolov versus Lapik. Look at how heavy these two are breathing.
tím, než se do sebe znovu pustí.
Lapik shaking his head. He knows exactly that Ukolov is taking the lead in this fight.
Zda se do sebe pustí.
And the marshal telling the two to fight.
Ano, ale můžeme jít opět na věc.
I can tell both of them are already exhausted. And that's the end of the longsword competition, with a long Mexican standoff at the end. And Lapik is not happy.
Jeden z bojovníků dosáhl.
And with the help of Tatiana Guseva, Ukolov is ready to go. Pardon me, not Ukolov, Lapik is ready to go for round number 2 against Sergey Ukolov. Sergey Ukolov in white, Yevgeny Lapik in black and red.
Tak, kdo z nich to bude? Who will be the winner?
And this is the situation in which Sergey Ukolov benefits from his experience. That's the end of the first bout in the sword and buckler competition. And we're getting set up for bout number 2. And if you're a fan of technique, take a look at the footwork of these two fighters. How much difference that makes.
povedených úderů.
Bit of confusion there.
A boj může pokračovat.
If only my Russian was a little bit better so I could understand what they're talking. And Lapik. Lapik going down there. What a squat from Lapik. An absolutely epic bout. And that's the end of Sword and Buckler. And we're getting set for the third and final round in this competition, Sword and Shield. Russian silver medalist Tatiana Guseva aiding Yevgeny Lapik with his armor.
V rukou bojovníků už vidíte velký štít, který vystřídal ten malý.
And just look at how thin and light these shields are in comparison to what is being used in the Bohort category. Two entirely different types of shield, entirely different uses. The shields in this competition are intended solely to deflect blows. And now, ladies and gentlemen, kick back and relax and enjoy Sword and Shield, the last competitive fight of Battle of the Nations 2015. Sergei Ukolov in white, Yevgeny Lapik in red and black, and here we go. Enjoy the skill, enjoy the speed and strength of these two men. The world's absolute best. Clinching now, and that's broken up. Look at the speed and brilliant technique these two men are showing us. Nice dodge from Ukolov there. Look at his relaxed stance. Good shot to the leg by Lapik.
Tak znovu máme 90 vteřinový limit, ale moc těch úderů, které se počítat tam nebylo, protože oba borci se velice dobře brání.
Lapik seems to be tired. You can see him resting his shield arm every now and then. Try to rest his sword on his shoulder. Ukolov seems fresher. And that's the end! And Lapik hanging his head. He doesn't seem to think he's had a chance in this fight.
And who will be the winner? Will it be Russia or Russia? Yeah, Russia.
And now we have our decision, and the winner and the champion of 2015 is Yevgeny Lapik!
With the result, 2-1.
Sergei Ukolov has been dethroned, and the world champion 2015 is Yevgeny Lapik. And I admit I am absolutely stunned. The legend Sergey Ukolov is dethroned. Sergey Ukolov is beaten. The new world champion is Yevgeny Lapik.
Dear guests, now we have 10 minutes break and then we'll see a award ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last fight of Battle of the Nations 2015 is over. I'm lifting my hat. I'm taking my leave. I'm saying my fond farewells to you all. I'll leave you to the awards ceremony that will come up shortly. And with the upset victory of Yevgeny Lapik, I say goodbye to you all. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for enjoying these 4 amazing days with me. My name is Matthias Kainz. Until
Dear
the next
guests,
time.
Now we have 10 minutes break and then we'll see the award ceremony.
Перед нами стоит новый чемпион мира, не только битвы наций, новый чемпион мира. Наши поздравления. Ваши эмоции, ожидали ли?
Да все уже случилось. Я, конечно же, не ожидал этого, мне было очень трудно. Но как-то все сложилось, мне повезло в этом году. Так вот.
Скажите, пожалуйста, каков залог успеха? Что нужно делать в течение года, чтобы стать новым чемпионом? Насколько мы помним, в прошлом году вы были на 3-м месте, бронзовый приз.
Опять же, стечение обстоятельств. Что нужно делать? Да пусть каждый выбирает сам для себя, как он считает, что нужно делать. Я делал то, что я делал. Не знаю, много или мало. Но не только я делал, все делали. Просто, наверное, битва наций — это не только физическая подготовка, это не только амуниция, ну, это, наверное, что-то еще другое, не знаю что.
Кто вас поддерживал здесь?
Ну, в первую очередь, мои одноклубники, хотя Сергей тоже из моего клуба, Татьяна Гусева, которой я очень благодарен.
Следили вы за боями, и есть ли новые перспективные бойцы, которые бы в будущем смогли составить вам конкуренцию?
Я уверен, что следующий год будет также непредсказуем, как и этот. Поэтому я не знаю, я же не могу загадывать. Еще сегодня день рождения моей мамы, которую я хочу поздравить. Мама, с днем рождения.
Спасибо вам большое, мы вам желаем удачи. Поздравляем еще раз.
Спасибо.